do you ask a question? What questions to ask? We all have different mental models for processing the world around us. For example, if I say the word table, we all picture something different. Some a piece of furniture, others a data table with rows and columns. Either way, no two people have the exact same mental model. I think when we ask questions, we want to fill a gap in our mental model. Right now, I am trying to decide where to go next with my career, and I'm talking to lots of different people who went down a variety of paths to piece together my own mental model of what is possible. Questions help us fill in gaps and can lead us to new gaps and new questions. After I talk to someone about my career, I'm connected to a new person who adds a puzzle piece, answering my new questions. I will always have questions to ask because I cannot know everything, but I can choose when I'm satisfied for now until it may come up later. When we teach, we are building up a mental model for students, be it mathematical theories or understanding how our biological systems work. As a teacher, how will you help your students develop their own mental model? How will you help them learn how to learn and be curious? The answer is through questions. Maybe leave some intentional gaps in the mental models you explain. Ask them what's missing. Let them fully drive the creation of their own mental models. Talk about how they got there. Talk about the questions they ask and why. Give them space to be curious. It is really important to always be honest if you don't know the answer to questions they ask, because part of learning is asking for help. Model all of learning. Asking questions, making mistakes, asking for help, discovering something new, and more. We learn by example and experience. My podcast questions aim to understand how researchers think and help them build their own mental model of their research. This is a good starting point, but certainly not exhaustive. In the more recent episodes, I have been playing with the questions I ask. I strayed from most of my usual questions with Micah Veraritzkal by tailoring the questions specifically to his work. I dove deeper with Anne Mook and Aaron Greenberg by asking more clarifying questions about their work. In all cases, I want to paint a fuller picture for myself and my audience of these research questions. So, what makes a good question? Most of my guests have said, "Good question," or "That was difficult to answer," to my podcast questions. This is a sign that I'm asking a question they have not thought about and sounds insightful to them. The goal of my podcast questions are for the audience to learn about research and for my guests to learn about themselves. All of them tell me they enjoyed the questions and conversations and have learned things about themselves. That is a win-win question for everybody. What questions have you asked that sparked really good conversation?